welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. This is my weekly reading wrap up. So I got my dog. My dog was just licking this book for some reason and it's slobbery. That's fine. Come here. Come here. What are you doing? Are you licking? Once again? That's shocking. Okay. Okay, so the first book I read this past week or so was Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. It was okay. I saw like a lot of mixed stuff about it on BookTube. Hello! Hello! I guess she was a bigger fan than me. So I saw a lot of... Cool, I'm filming, so it's time to play. Come here! Okay, so I saw a lot of mixed stuff about it on BookTube, and I really wanted to read it. It sounded so cute, for lack of a better word. It's basically this girl has this like teen idol who she's obsessed with, and she ends up going to law school with him, and then something happens, and then they reconnect as adults, and she kind of is like holding this grudge. But then they end up like really bonding, and you know, romance ensues. So I thought it was like just okay. Like, it was super predictable. Like I knew like there's this like feud with another family member of his. Like basically his parents die and he's in this custody battle with his aunt for his younger sister. And basically like there's just a lot of feuding, and I just saw everything coming before it actually came, and like it just felt like it took a really long time to get to a place where I knew it was going to get. So I didn't enjoy that. I mean, it was like easy to read. It was like a fun summer, easy breezy read. It just wasn't like extremely exciting, or it didn't like draw me in the way I hoped it would. The romance, and then also side note, I don't know if I liked this or hated it, but like at least 100 pages in, if not more, like I feel like it was like a halfway point in this book, all of a sudden there was like the most graphic sex scenes that just came out of nowhere, and I'm reading it and I just thought it was like a sweet innocent book, and then all of a sudden like these sex scenes happen and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I had no idea what I was getting into, because usually if it's like a romance novel, those kind of start coming out at the gate because you like know what to expect, but this came in like probably the halfway point and I was just like, oh my. And then there was like a lot of them, so it was just very shocking, and I feel like I was in public and was just like, oh, I didn't know what was happening. Yeah, I mean, like I just feel like in general it was like just very blah. It was cute, it was like a kind of fun story, but the characters were just the storyline was just like nothing was really like drawing me in super duper. I mean, it was definitely readable. I got through it. It's not like something I had to DNF, but like at the end when everything happened, it just wasn't super satisfying like when it all wrapped up, because I knew what was going to happen and just it wasn't satisfying. It was just like blah. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 just because it wasn't like the most terrible thing I've ever read, but it definitely like needed some work, at least for me. I did like how it came from 2 different perspectives, like the girl and the guy, they both kind of like split chapters so you could see it from their perspective. That was something I really did enjoy. I just, I guess I wanted more, and I wanted more twists, I guess. I just didn't want it. It's like how many pages? It's like 370 pages. I feel like 100 of these pages could have been cut if we just like got to the point faster. If the ending was going to be what the author wanted, it was just like dragging to get there. So I didn't love that. The next book I read was The Captain's Daughter, Meg Mitchell-Moore. This book broke my heart a little bit. It's basically about this woman grew up in Maine in like a lobstering town, and her dad was a lobsterman, and her mom died when she was young, and she decided she wanted to get out of there, so she went to Brown, met a guy who's from a very wealthy family, and is now in this very like elite, wealthy sort of life in Massachusetts. And so she kind of like left her dad up there, and he's very happy being a lobsterman, but like tragedy strikes at home. She has to go take care of her dad, and it just brings up a lot. And then this book also did kind of like the chapters were all different people's perspectives, which I just really enjoy a lot. The only thing I didn't like about this one was like, I don't know, maybe I kind of liked it because it got us more into depth with the characters. I'm undecided, I guess. So like, there were a few random side characters who like very far into the book they randomly got a chapter, and it kind of came out of nowhere, but also it really helped me delve more into their world, so I guess I liked it. I guess I started saying I didn't like it and I actually really liked it. But I loved getting a lot of different perspectives, and it was kind of like a nice, like there's a girl who's living there now who is the same age as this woman, and she kind of had to make this decision to stay or go, and the girl is at her own crossroads, and this woman kind of is like helping her a little bit, and her father has helped her a little bit, and it's just very like touching and heartwarming, and it had me in like absolute tears at the end. I was very affected by it. It was really beautiful. Yeah, there was a few like, the only like critique I would have of this, it was just very like lovely. I'm from New England, so I like really extra enjoyed it. It takes place, like I read it around 4th of July, and there's like, it takes place like on and around the 4th of July, so it just felt like the perfect choice. I didn't know that when I picked it up, so it was like, felt like a great choice of book for that time. But yeah, it just like, there was like a random side story with her husband, that I didn't, it was kind of, it felt weird and pointless to me, and the way they wrapped it up, I was like, what's happening? Why was that there? So that was like maybe the only thing I didn't love. And then like she had like a high school sweetheart that like she kind of like reconnected with because he was helping her dad, and like I kind of wanted like more to happen there, or to have them have more of like a confrontation of some kind, or a discussion. I just would have loved to have seen a little more of that, because it kind of was just like, oh yeah, we loved each other and bye. Like, and she kept alluding to like feeling really tingly when he touched her, and I was just like sort of hoping, I guess, that she would like not cheat on her husband, but like have like a moment where they could like hash things out or something. I just wanted something. So those two moments I felt like could have been a little nicer, but besides that, I like loved it. It was really great. I cried a lot. It got me into such a funk. I finished this yesterday, and then I had to go to work, and I was just like in this like crying book funk. So that was great. Good day, good day. This morning I just started When the English Fall, David Williams. I didn't realize this, but I kind of love it. It's basically about an Amish community, and the summary kind of basically says that the English, which is what they call non-Amish people, there's like a solar storm that like affects everyone, and the Amish community gets really affected by the English, like basically like infiltrating their lands. I couldn't find a word. Infiltrating their lands, and it's told from the perspective of this man. He's the father of this family. He has 2 kids and a wife, and he's basically, it's told from the perspective of his journal. So it's so far pretty like easy, quick read, I think. I'm on like page 38, and I only read a little bit this morning. It's super, I love journal books. They're just like a very different type of book, and I enjoy it a lot, and I didn't even realize that's what this was. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. I'm like not super on board yet. Like I'm like getting through it, but like nothing's really like driving me forward yet. Like I know there's a storm, and they kind of are alluding to things, but that's already in the summary, so like obviously something's gonna happen, and I just kind of want it to happen soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll keep you guys updated about next week, but if you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing? What are you doing, boo-boo? We can see you. Did you know this? Stretch. Okay, sit right there. If you haven't already, please subscribe below. I also have a Goodreads account now, so make sure you follow me on there. She is in a rare form today. Follow me on there. It's a newer thing for me, which I'm really enjoying a lot, and it's really helping me organize like when I watch booktube videos, and I'm like, that book sounds great, and I can put it on my want to read list. which is super helpful. And yeah, and also follow me on Instagram if you want. It's mostly weird photos of me and a lot of photos of my dog because she's very photogenic. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you're reading, or if you've read any of these books, your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Thanks, guys. See you next time. What are you doing?